No. Hi guys, my name is Milan and welcome to the TokuTruth, where in this video we'll be talking about Gotchard Graduations. And I really enjoyed this movie actually. There are some specific things that I liked, mainly for the visual aspect of it, but yeah, I just want to get straight into it, and I hope that the car stops going around because the mic will pick it up. Yeah, let's talk about this movie. Really good movie. Now, this movie's quite long actually, it's an hour 45, which is quite interesting for a VCinema. For the past couple of years, we've had VCinemas that are around an hour max. So, I do like that we have some extra content, we have some time to like dish out some things and get to explore some specific things about our characters. Speaking of characters though, we start off the movie on planet Renchi. For those that don't remember, Renchi is Spanner's father, and yeah, we spend the time with all of the people of planet Renchi just doing their own things until a specific person comes down to the planet, and that person is none other than Minato. And he arrived with a small kind of miniature version of him, and that person goes by the name of Ouroboros. And we basically get told that Ouroboros will be taking over from Minato for just taking in charge of everything, including planet Renchi. You know, we see Renchi, the king, and he has to bow down to everything. He doesn't feel like he has any way of getting out of the situation because he can't defeat Minato in battle. So yeah, and Ouroboros is being a bit of a cheeky guy. He's like, you monkeys. So yeah, I'm never saying that again. Anyway, yeah, so that sets the tone for the movie. We do see a scene where someone from the planet tries to shoot down Minato, but Minato just like deflects it, and yeah, it was a rest in peace moment for the guy that tried to shoot them because they died immediately. Anyway, we then fast forward a little bit because Renchi looks at the incubators in the kingdom, and we see that Spanner is residing in one of the incubators. And Renchi says, "One day, you'll be a strong person who will defeat Ouroboros." And that was, you know, we get the like the beginnings of how Spanner gets his black flames. So that's cool. And then the main thing that happens, Renchi gets told about a little bit of a mishap in the incubator room. We see that there's another child who possesses quite the extraordinary amount of power, and they go by the name of Kajiki. Yeah, I know. I was quite surprised to see that Kajiki was gonna get this amount of character development, mainly because of the fact that this movie mainly revolves around Spanner, obviously. So we do get a lot of like background for Kajiki, which is great because Kajiki is one of my favorite characters in Gotchard. So yeah, so we get told that Kajiki holds an extreme amount of power, and Renchi is not having it. He says that the only strong person in here should be my Spanner, and they basically want to send off Kajiki to some remote planet so that he, you know, just so that Spanner is the one that's superior. So you can see that like father, like son, cocky behavior, and Boruto. So remember that guy that had like a beef with Spanner? Yeah, so that kind of started with Renchi, because he goes there and he says, "What are you doing to my son? Like, why are you sending him off?" And Renchi says, "Well, because yes, and you will say no otherwise." So Boruto then decides to go to that planet, and we see that Kajiki is surviving on his own, which is quite impressive. And that's kind of when we open to the title card, which is pretty cool. And yeah, we fast forward to a few years where Hotaru and Spanner are now training, while Lachesis is just chilling by the pool. Yeah, she survived. I don't know. It's some behind the scenes stuff that I don't. Maybe the final stage. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments. But yeah, Lycosis was there, just checking out for Spanner. And while they're training, we get told that the chemis have been stolen again. They've been taken control of, and we find out that it has something to do with the forces of Ouroboros, which is obviously not nice because we don't know what they could be up to. They've been a constant threat for the majority of the show, so I just wonder what the wish might be. And I mean, we do find out, so I'll just let you know. Basically, Lycosis has been like collecting the chemis, and she wants to like become younger with the power of the chemis, which is kind of weird because Lycosis is like a doll, like a immortal doll, so it's kind of weird that she wants to get younger. We then find out like what Ouroboros wants, and Ouroboros wants to become taller by a little bit, which is a bit weird because as far as I'm aware, Ouroboros doesn't like have a humanoid form, so that's a bit weird. But I mean, it was done for the gag. It was funny when I saw it, so yeah. So we see that there are some people in space who's actually Himeno. Shout out to Himeno, we haven't seen her in a while. And UFO-X. Yeah, I know, right? UFO-X made a cameo in this movie. And yeah, they're just chilling about in space, and they see a distress signal made by Boruto from like years ago. And they find out that, these two guys are still there. And Boruto makes he pleads to go to Ouroboros and make like some sort of deal. So they go there, and Boruto basically says, "Look, Mr. Ouroboros, I want to I want to set my revenge on these people from planet Renchi. They did me dirty, and my son. I don't like this one, man." And Ouroboros basically says, "Sure, why not? Let's have these playthings do some things, I guess." Yeah, I don't know what Ouroboros was thinking in this entire movie. I think they were just kind of nice. But yeah, I don't know what Ouroboros was thinking this entire time movie. They're just being a bit silly, but it is what it is. We do find out some things about Kajuki, which is cool. Like Kajuki doesn't really know how to talk to people just yet, which is then why he has this connection with Himeno, which is quite nice. I mean, it's kind of like a backstory to how they get closer in the show, so that's great. And yeah, I mean, this is when the main thing happens. So the Ouroboros sends out Boruto and Kajuki down to Earth, and Kajuki basically has an all-out battle against Hotaru and Spanner, and it's pretty cool. So finally, after so long, like we see forms such as Fire Gotchard Apareskebo, and with like it's a red glory, and yeah, like Hotaru even used like his own unique attacks, which is pretty cool, like never seen before. And yeah, Spanner does like some other stuff as well. Like what does he use? Like Orochi Shovel, like in Valvarad form, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so like really cool fight scenes. Like visually, this movie looks insane. Like the particle effects, they even use CGI for some, like the parts where like they go up in the eye for a little bit, and it is very impressive. Like it doesn't look bad at all. So for like a Toei production, wow, they've done a lot. Like I am very impressed. Ouroboros decides to make the ultimate sacrifice, which inadvertently is the biggest L that Ouroboros could have taken in this movie. He decides to make Kajuki stronger by making him be enraged. Now, how does he do that? He kills off Boruto. I cannot believe this. I know, like that Boruto has not been liked as a show, but it's you have to give it respect for the dinosaur episode, right? Like it has done a lot for the community, and I think that there's a lot to be learned from this show. especially from the part where like Boruto has like one eye. You know, clear inspirations from like Zoro, like his role model, and he appears in one episode I think as well. So yeah, so Ouroboros does that, and this makes Kajuki very upset. Now he doesn't know that Ouroboros did that, but you know, just the sheer fact that Boruto died, his own father died in that moment, is was quite impactful. Yeah, so Hotaru and Spanner are just, yeah, it's not looking good for them. I'll be honest, it's not looking good for them at all. And Hotaru decides at last moment to teleport himself and Spanner to Rinne, who's just been chilling this entire time. He's kind of watching in the background, and she basically tells them, "Look, I think the only way for you guys to win is if you like fuse, like, and I think that will work out." And Spanner's not really interested in that at first, because he doesn't really want to do anything with Hotaru, but he does acknowledge the fact that he doesn't really want the Earth to be destroyed, and he doesn't want any unnecessary damage. So he does decide last moment to do a bit of a fusion with Hotaru, and we do spend a couple of minutes them just like doing their own thing and figuring out how to do alchemy to fuse together, and eventually they do. And this is when we get the debut of Vavra GT, which has been shown in the trailer for the movie, and it's pretty cool. I mean, the power set is, look, the main thing that's like that comes out from this form is again just the visuals, because the moment that Vavra GT then sends themselves back to the fight scene, they just decimate Kajuki. Like, I felt bad for Kajuki for a little bit, because like towards the end, I know I'm like fast forwarding a little bit, but like towards the end, like Kajuki like wakes up a little bit from like their enraged state, and you know, they don't want to die. They really don't want to die. So yeah, I felt a little bit of pity for Kajuki for a second. I mean, I felt bad for Kajuki anyway, because they were just forcing that situation. Like, Kajuki just wanted to do his own thing. You know, actually, before we go there, I kind of want to talk about something that I completely forgot about what happens in the movie. It's actually like one of the best parts is the part when we actually meet Hotaru's dad. So around the time when we see Kajuki in that remote planet, we get a glimpse of Hotaru's father, and he comes back after doing some stuff, and he sees what's her name? I forgot, but like Hotaru's mom, and you know, Hotaru's father, he's having like this like uneasy feeling that Ouroboros could be scheming something, and so he decides to do the only responsible thing, which is to send his son to safety. And it is a very powerful scene. You could tell that both of Hotaru's parents are like quite emotional, and they don't want to lose Hotaru, but it is the only way for him to be saved. And we see this, like, the pod like disappears from the planet Renchi, and Hotaru's mom is just crying, and it was quite emotional, because like a few minutes later we see the planet get destroyed. You know, I don't think Hotaru's mom deserved to die, because she was very innocent in the situation. Same I feel for like Hotaru's dad, because he you know, just like father and son, they're clearly like caring people, and I think that's what we got from the show in terms of Hotaru. So yeah, that was really good actually. I really liked that. But I mean, let's just get towards the end of the movie. Basically, Himeno realizes that she has the chemis on her, and she doesn't want Kajuki to die. She gets a bit, she falls for Kajuki a little bit, and you know, that's the, again, it's like a prequel thing, so like this is how we find out how they get together. She basically asks the chemis to transport Kajuki back to that planet, and just in the brink of time he gets sent back. And yeah, I felt happy, because yeah, it was really close. Again, fight scene wise, visually wise, my god, this was insane. But yeah, I just felt bad for Kajuki. I just don't think he needed to get beaten up. So So yeah, that was it was just amazing. Just the visuals, like, whew, like the some of the blasts, and then like the finisher with the belt. Oh my, oh my. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the movie, we get like this small scene where Hotaru does realize that Kajuki was not in the wrong. He was just being forced into the situation, and this is like how we get like the origin story of how they became friends before the show started, which is pretty cool. And yeah, like towards the end, Hotaru like tells Kajuki that like he would like to train with him because he sees potential in him. And as he leaves, he says, you know, don't call me Gotchard, call me Hotaru, and then leaves with like a little bit of a smile on his face. And this is where we like this is where the credits then end. We get the Graduations song from back home, which is really good. It's pretty good. And yeah, so I mean that's the movie. Again, so visually wise, it was like amazing. Like some of the best fight scenes that Toei has ever produced. I just do not get where they got the crew to make these kind of stunts and visual effects. I was just really impressed by their work. Character wise, again, Kajuki was forced into the situation that he didn't want to be in, and I did feel bad for him, but he was like a very like insightful character, and I like that we get like some more like of a backstory for him. Speaking of backstories, again, we got like this backstory for Hotaru's father, something that I did not like in the show, that we didn't get anything about him, so we did get it in this movie instead. And yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it was an amazing movie. I kind of just jumped ahead, but yeah, look, at the end of the day, guys, what I say doesn't matter, because this entire fucking time I'm talking about the plot of Dragon Ball Broly, not Graduations. Happy April Fools.